Let's today create one end-to-end project of .NET Web API. So we will create very short videos and we'll try to cover as much as topic in upcoming videos one by one. So starting from the very basic, so basically this video series is basically for the beginner and with no knowledge of .NET or very less knowledge of .NET Web API. So start with creating one .NET Web API project. I'm using Mac with Visual Studio Code, not the Visual Studio. So I'll be using most of the commands to perform the actions. Let's start by creating the project. So .NET new. What we're going to do, we'll create Web API. Name will be, let's say, demo and demo one. That will be okay. Hit enter. Now let's go inside that demo project, demo one, and open that one in our VS Code. Use the sudo also. Okay, good. Before this, we'll see everything is okay. And what extension I'm using? I'm using C Sharp. C Sharp dev kit. Copilot is useful. Naked package manager. And I think that is all. Okay, I'm using SQLite Viewer because I'll be using SQLite database to connect in future videos. So let's start the project. So what we'll do, we'll use .NET run. This will build and run the application. Where this will start. So this is building the application. Where this will start is go to our launch setting. Here you see HTTPS and HTTP. So let's copy this application URL, open our Safari and give it here. Okay. Now, do we have any endpoint to hit? Let's go to program CS and here we will see that one endpoint is created, that is weather forecast. Let's copy this and put into the URL. Okay, so our first API, which is the default one that is coming, that means our local configuration setup is good for the to start our application, coding of our application. So this is good, right? But where is our controller and other things? Let's create a controller. All the controllers will reside inside this controllers folder, right? So open this solution explorer. Here we will, let's delete this one. In fact, create it from our solution explorer. Okay, here it is. Now create a folder. Controllers. Here it is. Create a file. That will be one API controller. Select that one and let's give it employee controller. Okay. Okay, here it is. So it says API slash controller. That is our API controller will be triggered. Employee controller, not API controller. Employee controller will be triggered. So write our first function here. So let's give it public. Uh, Public I action result. And then give something name like get employee like this and just return employee details something. Right? Okay, now to trigger that one from the browser, we will give API slash our controller name employee. So let's try that one. API slash okay, nothing. That is because we have to register our controller in our program.cs file. Here we'll use our let's use builder.services.add control. Inside this, we're going to use some of the things, but for now, let's try with this one. Okay. So let's close these, and close this. So add dot controllers. Now we have to map the controllers, right? Let's rerun. Okay, let's try to refresh this. Okay, employee details. This is coming. So we are good here. So first thing is we have created the project, and then we created one controller, and in our main file, which is program.cs file, we added the support for controllers. And in next videos, we are going to create separate files, and actually we're going to connect to the database using the entity framework.